We propose you a roundtable on job trends in the European business community in Korea with some representative companies. Then we have the pleasure to have representative of Sofitel, Dassault System, Renault, and Luxury Business Group. Then to begin, I propose to each of you to introduce yourself and your company. Then maybe we can begin with you, Vincent, from the Sofitel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bonjour. Hello, everyone. So I'm Vincent, the hotel manager of Sofitel Ambassador Seoul and Service Residence. So it's part of Accor Hotel Group. And more precisely here, it's part of AAK. So AAK is a joint venture between Accor Group and Ambassador Group. So it's a successful partnership that lasted over more than 35 years now. So we are located in Jamshil, overlooking Sokchon Lake. And we have a total of 563 accommodations, so 403 rooms, 160 residences. We are the first Sofitel residence in Asia Pacific. And we have several F&B outlets, quite exciting. And just to name a few, Fait Maison, our chic bistro, and also Latitude 32, our roof bar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I propose you to continue with Younes from Luxury Business Group, if it's okay for you.
Of course, hello. Thank you, Cedric, and thank you to all the organizers and participants. So my name is Younes, and I am proud to represent LBG, the Luxury Business Group. So our company provides three different types of services, ranging from consulting, training, and headhunting. And I'm currently in charge of the headhunting and talent acquisition division of our company. So we take pride in supporting several luxury brands, as our name indicates, but not only luxury brands, we also support hotels, Korean conglomerates, smaller companies as well, that basically put services at the center of their strategy. So as I said, we are able to support them not only to find the best talents available on the market, but also to help their own current talent grow and become better and more performant. And at the same time, we are able to support them by providing consulting services in order to find the best solutions to maximize their presence here in Korea or to actually develop their activities in Europe. So we also have the ambition to bridge actually the gap between Europe and Asia. So thank you once again, and looking forward to our discussion.
Thank you very much, Younes. Then I propose you to continue with Juhee from Dassault System.
Hello, my name is Jeon, working as a talent acquisition partner in Dassault System Korea. I also want to thank everyone to suggest this chance to promote our company. And Dassault System is a global leading software corporation. Our brand is specialized in PLM industry, which is a product lifecycle management. Our brand is working for making car, ship, drones, or furniture, and so on. And our expertise can expand it to any kind of things, including a city. Our major deliverable is a digital twin and 3D experience.
Thank you very much. Then Sungkyu, are you with us? We don't see your camera. We have Mr. Sungkyu Choi from Renault. If you are here, but maybe you're not. Then I propose you to continue. We have many questions to ask for you. Then thank you very much to be with us. One very important question for the participant is what are the key requirements you are looking for when you are hiring candidates? Then maybe we can begin with you, Vincent, from the Sofitel.
Yes, with pleasure. Yeah. So I will answer with a few keywords, I would say, to make it clear and simple for all the people listening. So the first one, it would be passion. which is very important in our field. Second, the ability to adapt. It's an environment that is quite demanding and also move very fast. So adaptation is key. We are also looking for hospitality fiber, meaning even if you have no experience, but a certain interest is needed. Of course, and the previous speaker talked about it, but the language, so certain English command, since we are an international hotel, is demanded. Some genuine emotion as well, because it's very important. You can never fake the service from the heart. So overall, we are looking for the right attitude. Then us as a company, we can deliver all the training and polish each individual in order for them to deliver the best service to our customers and clients.
Thank you very much. Can we continue with you, Younes from LBG?
Yes, thank you. So I think Vincent actually underlined a couple of very, very important characteristics that, of course, I think every company looks for. So just to clarify, I will probably focus on what our clients ask us to focus on when we hire talent for them as a headhunting and talent acquisition company. So the very first element would be the personality. And this is something that we try to look for because we are basically doing a bit of matchmaking. So we are trying to see if the personality of the candidate that we will introduce actually fit with the company culture. So personality is something quite important. And related to personality, to give you a bit more detail, we are also looking for the ambition, the level of ambition that our candidates have. I think that this is something that every HR person or even hiring manager is looking for, someone who is ambitious, not too ambitious, but has a certain level of ambition to grow once this person joins the company. Another important element that is quite important for us and our clients is the service mindset. As our name indicates, we work in luxury. So we are pretty much with our clients focused on the service mindset that the candidates are able to display while we meet them during interview. As Vincent mentioned, flexibility and adaptability are also very important because when we move from a company to another, you need to be able to understand the new system, the new ways of working, and in order to adapt quickly and be performing from the start. Another element would be curiosity. I think it's quite important to be curious, to get to know your colleagues, to know the line of business, not to hesitate to ask questions in order to adapt once again and be flexible. And another important element that we see more and more on the market is the need to speak English or most of the time, I would say European language, because a lot of companies are doing more and more trade and exchanges with foreign countries. So we see more and more that English in particular is being required in order to take some jobs with our clients. So I would say that those 5 or 6 elements are key when we search for top talent.
Okay, thank you very much. I saw Mr. Sungkyu Choi from Renault who joined us. Thank you very much for joining us. I think Renault is a very important company for all our participants for our forum.
Thank you.
If you are agree, I will let you to introduce yourself and your company and to tell us what are the key requirements you are looking when you are hiring candidates.
Yeah. So my name is Sungkyu Choi, in charge of engineering center of the Renault Korea Motors. Also, it's my great pleasure to participate in today. On behalf of our Renault Korea Motors CEO and Stefan de Vles. So the Renault Korea Motors is continuing its successful business over 21 years in Korea since its establishment in September 2000 as a Renault Group subsidiary. There are 3,200 employees who are working at the manufacturing plant in Busan and the engineering center in Gihyeong and the headquarters in Seoul. So this is a short introduction of Renault Korea Motors and myself. And for your question about the hiring candidate, so your question is they're looking for when hiring candidate. May I answer for these questions?
Yeah. What's the key requirement you are looking for when you are hiring candidates?
Yeah. So I'd like to explain the case of our Renault Korea Motors Engineering Center. We have some capability to develop the new vehicle with around 500 engineers now working together. And also now we are hiring process is ongoing for the training engineers from the electronic and the software field. Because you know the work scope of those the software and electronics in the automotive industry is gradually increased and extended as a global trend. So when hiring the engineers, the key requirements is not only for the hiring candidate attitude, the behavior is I think quite important, but also the engineering competencies. In more details, firstly, the candidate should have a strong personality to be shared with our company future, the vision together. So this is very important because the company size and the level is a little different among the automotive industry as well. So our company, we are pursuing some the future, some vision. So we have to share this one with the new hiring people. And secondly, in technical field, the candidate should have a professional engineering competencies to acquire the new technological trend skills that are gradually being changed and developed. Therefore, the Renault Korea Motors is hiring people through the 3 steps. The first HR-focused interview. This is quite important to evaluate the personal, the characteristic and the attitude. So once it passed, and then the secondary in-depth interview with them in specialized technical field to confirm the engineering expertise. And finally, the comprehensive evaluation through the executive level interview, the finaling filtering. So you know nowadays it's getting hard to secure the proper level of the people for electronic and the software engineers due to the very rapid expansion of the ICT industry recently. So the requirement is mainly 2. One is how much adopt the vision sharing with some attitude and behavior. First, the second one is the technical the competence level. So those 2 are key requirements when you're hiring the candidate.
Thank you very much for those insights. Then I propose to continue with you, Juhee from Dassault System. Then same question, what is a key requirement when you are looking for new candidates? And what is also so special to work for your company?
All right. So in Dassault System, to hire external people, we try to find the full core values from the candidates. And these are all starts from if we, so we call it if we values. Can I share my screen?
Yes, sure.
So, okay. These 4 are our 4 if we core values. So first one is if we show the dream is possible. We want a person who can communicate proactively and someone can influence others to push ahead the common goals. And second one is if we have the passion to learn. Dassault System is a knowledge-based company, so we want a person who like to learn constantly and catch up market trends. Third one is if we bring our community together. We want a team player, someone who is supportive to others and willing to share their expertise to others. Last one is if we challenge the status quo. We need a creative person. I'm not talking about a brilliant genius. I'm talking about a person who has open mind and can think outside the box. I can say these are related to problem-solving ability. So yeah, these are our 4 core values. And why is it so special to work in Dassault System? I want to say 2 things. First one is to share values. This day, it does matter that how your job impact the world and how your job contribute other people's life. And Dassault System's core value is sustainability, organization-wise, business-wise, and world-wise. France country is considering and doing a lot of actions to make the country carbon neutral. And in Dassault system, our value does not limit it internally. Our business can connect with more than 12,000 partners and more than 26 million users. So our mission can be expanded globally. So our employees are working with pride, and we believe that we work together to change the world for the better. Second one is career development. It is important to foster employees' career development, and these days people think it is important to develop their expertise for their personal benefits also. In Dassault system, we have a well-prepared training program, and they're great people to work with. And we have one of the best conditions to connect with major partner companies. So we influence each other, and these circumstances sparks innovation. So I can say that Dassault system is one of the best companies to develop your career.
Thank you very much. Then I propose to continue with the same question for Vincent from the Sofitel on what is so special to work for your company.
Yeah. So when you enter Sofitel, you are not only entering the one hotel here. Is that it offers lots of opportunity because we are part of Accor Hotel. And Accor Hotel, so locally, just in Korea, it's about 27 hotels. And after internationally, it's more than 4,000 hotels. So lots of opportunities to grow for any individuals. Also, we offer a series of trainings and development that are very attractive for candidates, such as the artist program. So Accor care very, very much about its employees, and we call them artists. So we focus on their well-being, so then they can deliver, memorable and unique experience to our distinctive guests. We have also exciting benefits, such as the Bienvenue card, which gives preferential rates with Accor Hotel and partners, once, of course, the first year of employment is being completed. Now, when we are looking just at the Sofitel property here, as we are newly open, I would say that most of our employees, they are young, generation MZ and even Z. Therefore, I would say that it does reflect on our company culture with a very honest and open-minded environment. It's not always comparable with many other companies. And lastly, the hospitality industry, but this is one big family, which is comforting when you embrace this feeling daily and when you are at work. Thank you.
Thank you. After we just lived two very special years with the COVID-19 outbreak. So I would like to ask you what has changed since the last 2 years because of COVID in terms of hiring and in terms of talent retention strategy. Maybe we can begin with you, Sungkyu from Renault.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So during the last 2 years in COVID pandemic, the most difficulty for employees was adapting to untech working environment, which led to a decrease in the frequency of the face-to-face teamwork activities under social distance policy, and also the increase in the home office work as a telecommuting. In particular, at the time before COVID-19, Renault Korea Motors had many practical activity in engineering exchange with the Renault Engineering Center in France, such as a mutual business trip, and dispatch people to France, and some French people dispatched to Korea. And also the engineering skill-up training program in France. This is a good motivation for the people working together with a French colleague, which were almost stopped during last 2 years, especially for the impacting on the talent people who didn't have any chance of a competency level up program in France, unlike before COVID-19. In 2018, I was dispatched to in France. At that time, almost 100 people Korean people work together with in French people to implement the new vehicle project. After that, everything is stopped. People return, and now it's just online communication. So time goes by, people change the job, so it's hard to like face-to-face and the human touch each other. So it makes it a little bit difficult. However, the Rural Korea Motors continuously implemented the talent retention program in order to maintain the strength of the engineering competencies. For instance, we select talented people through the verification process with HR, providing them with the internal, external training opportunity in Korea, not in France. And also encouraging them through the participating in the company level key cross-functional team activities, who can be in front of RKM CEO and top management. Those chance to motivate them like the talented people. And also our company is reinforcing the communication with talented people, such as increasing the communication frequency with the one layer upper and the second layer upper, so-called the N+1 and N+2 within the organization, and set up the personal career development program. So as a result, talented people are well retained so far in our company in spite of COVID-19. And all those activities are well defined by HR standard process as a talent retention program. In terms of hiring, our company didn't hire during the COVID-19, and now it's a new restart underway from this year. So that's the status in the Rural Korea Motors. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will see. Maybe we can continue with you, Younes, from Luxury Business Group, with the same question, the change between this period.
Yes, so maybe I would like to start by saying that actually the COVID crisis didn't have a very negative impact on the luxury industry here in Korea. It was actually quite the contrary. So I just want to start with that statement because it basically, the crisis made the local consumption go up significantly, and we could see from the results of some of our clients and some of the most prestigious luxury brands here in Korea that the activity actually didn't stop during COVID. It was actually quite accelerated. So probably that's a bit of a change compared to other industries. I think some of the biggest changes that we have witnessed is, of course, the work from home and this a new segment of flexibility in the way of working that the crisis has brought, probably in some industries more than others. Of course, when you work in a store or when you work in a hotel, the working from home strategy might be very limited, but overall on the market and in luxury, it has been something that has been implemented, especially for the office side of operations. In terms of hiring, we could start witnessing some new online activities when it comes to recruiting, like online job fair, exactly what we are doing at the moment, or online job fair, working directly with universities, allowing students to meet directly with the recruiters or headhunters or the brands directly. So this is also probably new tools that have been implemented to accelerate the process of recruiting instead of having to organize a proper fair, for example. So probably digitalization has accelerated the process of recruiting. And this is something quite interesting, even though I have to say that in luxury, we tend to appreciate the face-to-face interview before hiring someone. So that's probably something that is quite particular to luxury. We also saw the acceleration of online training. So once again, this is pretty much related to digitalization of services within the HR scope. So we saw more and more online training being implemented during COVID, because it's important to keep investing in our talent and keep supporting the different talents to grow their skills. So I think this was quite interesting. And then there is also another aspect that is more related to the R&R, so roles and responsibilities, especially within companies that have been hit by the crisis. We could see that during the COVID-19, a lot of companies have basically checked again the R&R of their collaborators and employees to probably share or revisit internally the way that they have been organized. And I think that this is a significant change that we have witnessed during those 2 years.
Okay, thank you very much, Younes. And for Dassault, Juhee, how does it change during those two years?
So before talking about retention rate, I also want to say that COVID situation actually positive impact on Dassault system in business-wise. However, the Great Resignation phenomena certainly had also have impact on Dassault system also. We are also going through a higher level of retention rate than before COVID. So I want to, instead of describing past situation, I want to more empathize on retention strategy of Dassault system. So to retain people, we try to figure out problem-solving ability from the employee and candidate. And this is a very complicated word. A lot of things have changed, and the market is totally different place than it was a decade ago. So what we do can be changed. However, how we do cannot be changed. So when we go deep down to the core value, I think problem-solving ability is something that differentiates a person from the others. So that's why we want a person who is proactive and open-minded. So I guess a lot of audience for this forum is a person who want to get a job in Korea. So if I give you a few tips, interview trend is becoming more and more behavioral based. So for example, in the past, the question was like, are you a creative person? However, this day, the question is like, please describe your past experience using your creativity. So please prepare and organize your past experience to describe your creativity or problem-solving ability or integrity and so on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. After we have a specific question for you, Sungkyu from Renault, as the director of Renault Technology Korea. How do you promote an innovative and creative spirit in your teams?
Yeah. So as the importance of the innovative and the creative activity is strongly emphasized as of today. So Renault Korea Motors is also the strategically promote creative and innovation spirit as a regular and irregular approach. So firstly, as a regular approach, every year, the employees' new ideas are gathered at the early of the year to initiate new innovation projects. When the project is selected, we made a proof of concept, which will be carried out to determine whether the discovered idea can be applied to the product for customer value up or not. So this is quite important. So idea is just idea, but we make it a feasibility study. How much is contribute to customer value up through some proof of concept, and then we start a project. This is a normal process. Another one is our regular activity is to promote the patent. So patent is quite important in engineering side as a cross-functional team activity by assigning the pilot who is in charge of patent creation. And also we are organizing the training program and workshop to support the idea creation. So there is also the company award for excellent patent idea. So as a result, our company can apply the 30 to 50 new patent idea every year, which is a very good level in the Renault Group. So those are the regular approach. And secondly, the irregular approach, there is a company event to promote new idea from the employees for the product and service value up. which is so-called Renault Korea Motors Idea Contest. It was held in March this year also, and about 200 ideas were gathered by participating from all employees. Among them, best 10 ideas were selected and awarded by the CEO of company. After then, the top 10 ideas, we start a feasibility study for application, the possibility, and then to move to execution stage, which means we put some money to develop this idea, and then the schedule and the quality and cost will define. So this kind of event is also first philosophy is a participation of all employees. Second one is the idea is applied to the product is a very like motivated people. So those are really the innovative and the creative spirit will be enhanced. So we are doing for regular, irregular. Every year we conduct it. That's the introduction of the Renault Korea Motors.
Thank you very much. The next question will be for Vincent from the Sofitel. As Sofitel is a cultural link between Korea and France, we wonder how do you promote this among your employees?
Yeah, thank you. Well, we are making a larger effort, of course, to promote the French touch within our colleagues. Having a flag just in front of the hotel, a French flag would not be enough. So to come back again, and I will take back also what Younes was mentioning, curiosity. So it starts also from the recruitment before promoting this cultural link and the French aspect. So we need to have the right talents that are at least open-minded and curious. Then we are offering several trainings to immerse our employees with the Live the French Way. So we have, for example, Welcome to Accor Hotel. We have also the Artist Journey. We have also the Sofitel service culture with the Coups Humains, and also understanding the luxury. So all these trainings are going to help, again, to bring this cultural link. We also have at the hotel some French speaking and native employees. Besides me, there is also the guest relation. We have also an assistant manager who's French and Korean. And we have also Anne-Cécile, our executive chef. So the fact that we have these French-speaking or native employees with us, they help, they provide a daily guidance and an assistance to, again, to develop this French touch in the hotel. And to finish, we plan to start later also some French language and cultural class at the hotel to continue our efforts to develop the link between the two cultures. So quite exciting. It is a special experience, special ride when you are joining Sofitel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question would be for Juhee from Dassault. Given the highly competitive job market in the IT sector, please let us know about the job trends in your sector and what you, as a French invested leader in IT, can do to attract and retain talents.
So regarding job trend in IT sector, the retention rate is very, very high. It's since a lot of global companies are expanding their business proactively in Korea. So in these circumstances, employee, they think it is most important to develop their expertise for their personal benefit also. So regarding to attract and retain talents, in Dassault system, I want to mention two things. First one is to foster specialists internally. And second one is to recruit people for the future generation, even though they don't have a work experience previously. So in Dassault system, we have a various and systemized training program. And we do share feedback from each countries. And this kind of circumstances, our employee can develop their expertise very quickly because we share a lot of a global trend, up-to-date trend from each countries. And second one is to recruit people for the future generation. Even though they don't have a work experience previously. I want to take this chance to promote our internship program, which is called Dream Internship. So this internship program has 6 years of history in Dassault system. And in this internship program, interns, they are going through intensive training for 3 months. And after assessment, some of them are successfully transferred to permanent employee. So people who has no work experience or less than 3 years of experience, they can apply for this program. And this year, we are doing 2 times a year. The first one happened this January, and second one will be open on this July. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the last question for you, Younes. LBG support every year many clients in luxury sector for trainings and career development. Please let us know what are the key aspects of career development of talent in the luxury sector.
Thank you. In the luxury sector, in terms of career developments, we could see some key elements that I'm happy to share with you. One of the very first element in this career development topic is the field experience. So as we said in the beginning, in luxury, it's all about having the right service mindset and being able to provide a certain quality of service and also a certain level of experience to the guests or to the customers. And we see more and more brands sending their office or back office staff and even managers back, if I would say, on the field in direct contact with the customers in order for them to refresh a bit their understanding and their knowledge on how a luxury store, for example, is being operated. And this is something that we see more and more often. It's actually quite positive, of course, for the brand, but also quite positive for the person that is reconnecting with the basics of luxury. So this is something that we see more and more. We also see in terms of career development, the opportunity to have international experience. So of course, we can talk about those international MBA, for example, but also the opportunity to have a professional experience within a company or within a group abroad. So once again, this is why the ability to speak English or another foreign language is actually quite important. And having this chance to go abroad and continue our career abroad is actually quite valued by many collaborators in the company. Another trend, if I may call it like this, that we see more and more being used by our clients is coaching. So we see that our clients are able to identify a particular talent within their talent pool and able to identify also the specific areas of improvement to allow their talent to reach another level. A higher level, of course, and this is why they are contacting us in order to provide very, very specific and very, very tailor-made coaching solutions in order to accompany those particular staff in their career, which is, of course, once again, pretty much valued by the talents working for our clients. Something also quite important in terms of career development is the ability for a company to be able to actually draw a career path for their talents. So we see more and more companies identifying their top talent, or what we call also key talents, and trying to draw with them a particular career path that once again could take into consideration the field experience or the international experiences that I mentioned in the beginning of my answer. Also with coaching, with mentoring, with training, all along this career path in order for the talent to have a clear visibility on where they are at the moment and where they should be within 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years. And this is, I believe, something that is not only specific to luxury, but that is actually quite important in luxury, and something that we will see being more and more deployed within different companies and within different industries.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we will have to finish our session. Then I would like to thank you very much for your kind participation. It is very interesting to have this insight from very different sectors, and also to better know your companies and their expectation when they are hiring. I am sure it is very useful for our job seekers. We are pleased to welcome today for our European Career Forum. Then thank you very much.